Hey kids, Inverted Cow here and welcome back to Empyrion. Not the Iron Man. Yes, we're back. Still working on experimental 8.0.11610. And I have finally got something done with this build. I logged in earlier today and the food processor that was broken came online, and as soon as it did, I emptied out everything that was in it and removed it. Transferred everything back into here and was able to finish building the garden layer. I had most of these plants already. I've already worked over everything a few times, and I wanted to make sure that I had everything actually working to the point where I could show you some of the things that you can now grow properly. Corn, of course, gives you grains. The akua berries you need for the berry drinks. Mushrooms, I have absolutely no clue what you can use mushrooms for. So don't waste your time planting them unless you find a use for them. Aloe vera gives you the medical herbs. Pear things gives you fruit, as does oranges. Spice, of course, the cobra leaves give you spice. And the Ajax fruit now gives you plant protein. Used to be the seaweed snacks. Fiber, of course, still gives you fibers. Natural sweetener, the honey gives you the natural sweetener. The cave beans are your natural stimulant. These bulb mushrooms are actually vegetables, which could have gone into the vegetable patch. And you will want to have a lot of vegetables. You'll probably want to have an entire patch, and I mean, it can be pumpkins, tomatoes, durans, or these bulb things. I planted them because they said plant protein. I was expecting to actually produce plant protein. So there you go. But you can make plant protein out of vegetables. And then meat you can make out of plant protein and vegetables. So basically, out of vegetables, you can make meat. Keep that in mind when you're wanting to make something that requires meat, like, say, for example, emergency rations. You know, you can now make the meat to make the salami, to make the thing. Hot beverages, yes, you still have to go out and find buds to make hot beverages, but I mean, I had 100 of them at one point in time of hot beverages, just making them in my suit in constructor and just tossing them in here. Very easy to do. So now it is incredibly easy to actually make emergency rations. Unlike before, we had to make the medical stimulant and whatever. It was two things that you had to make, and they were almost impossible to get the stuff for. However, health packs, you need fire and confetti moss scrapings to make any of these health packs. Alien thorn, this one here. This would be great if I could find alien thorn, because alien plasma I can get from just going for a swim, and I can get tons of it. Mushrooms, of course, are used in the yellow health kit. And the detox kit uses just the alien plasma. Alien tooth is easy, that's these. The trauma kit needs, again, the fire moss scrapings and the alien thorn. So you're going to have to continue having somebody on your team who is a scrounger who goes out and gets the scrapings from the different mosses and the alien plasmas to to make any of these things. I'm keeping that in mind for the next season where I do that. Now, that's enough rambling about gardening. This is taking me a couple of days to get finished. The painfully slow process of disassembling things with the Tier 1 multi-tool, because I only have one charge left, or 39 shots left in this in my Tier 1 multi-tool. So I'm using the Tier 0 survival tool, whatever. But I've got pretty much everything I should need to build a small vessel. I think. Some blocks, generators. I mean, I should be able to theoretically build just about anything. 4 RCSs might not be enough, but that's okay. You can always make more RCSs for small vessel. Now, I have wanted to actually make something. I wanted to make something different. So that's what I'm going to work towards. Is a different design, something not the same as everything else. You know, it's not going to be symmetrical. It's not going to be the same all around. Not going to be just a winged ship like every other winged ship, that kind of thing. I'm thinking of actually taking a little bit of inspiration from Star Wars, and I went and I found the most unsymmetrical ship that I could in Star Wars, the B-Wing fighter. Open. I hate these shutter doors. So that's what I'm taking my inspiration from, and I'm actually going to attempt to make something that looks very similar to the B-Wing fighter. I am just going to quickly grab some canned veg and take that with me, because I don't know how long I'm going to be building. And I'll probably even make a couple of trips back and forth to the base here just to grab stuff. Then we'll jump in the old hover vessel. Yes, I did put the drills on. I made the bulk drills. Went out and did some drilling on the other Titans, but without the tool to disassemble the multi-turret for the hover vessels, I'm not even going to bother doing anything else with those Titans, unless I can get my hands on a Tier 2 drill or a Tier 2 multi-tool. Let's see if this is coming to do yet. No. This is supposed to be confetti moss, but it's container. Yeah, it's still showing up as container. In they go. There we go. There's actually another deposit of it over here, and there's some fire moss scrapings around this area as well that I have found, but they are not nearly as visible as these. And these are still not. It's like you harvest them once and that's all you're ever going to get out of them. See if I can spot that fire moss one again. That copper to stone keeps reappearing. I'm almost positive it does, because I've mined all these stones many times over. I've also placed a water jug maker down here, which is slowly cranking out jugs of water. the idea, of course, is to, yeah, see again. I think plants glitch, and they glitch in an area, and that's it. I mean, when they do, you're not going to get anything. I can't harvest any of the stone plants around here. Okay, there we go. And turn this off. Jump out and fire off the drone. A small vessel. So for the next little bit, I'm going to attempt to build something that resembles the B-Wing fighter. I'm not going to make you sit through the unimaginably pain-filled process of me trying to figure out how to build something without having the ability to remove blocks when I make a mistake. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm really thinking that I might just do is, instead of trying to build something that is creative or interesting, I might just do is literally slap together a flying shoebox with just throw the cockpit and all of the essentials on it and just make a flying shoebox and go with that. As much as I would like to make something that looks really awesome, like the B-Wing or something like that, I think because I don't have the ability to remove blocks and I don't want to build in creative, that's what I might end up just doing, is I'll just literally just a flying shoebox and take it out and have some fun with that. So don't go away, kids. I'm going to build a flying shoebox, and we'll be back to go take on one of the random POIs that I haven't actually encountered. So don't go away. Be right back. Okay, kids, we are back, and I welcome you to have a look at the very first, the flying shoebox. That's right. It's exactly what it is. Nothing fancy. Straightforward, small vessel, bare bones, 3 miniguns, heavy armor. I don't have doors made up for those. Otherwise, those would have shutter doors on them. Exposed top. Don't even have a thrust or a constructor in it, which I might do later on. I'll actually put a constructor on the 3 blocks in the middle where I'm standing. We'll see. We'll see how it handles, if it even handles the first flight. So we'll jump into it. Bring up the P menu. Manage this, and we'll throw in some oxygen into the tanks. We'll go to devices. We'll auto group. Open up the fridge, because I had grabbed a few items, and believe it or not, the one of the items spoiled just minutes after I started walking over here. Okay, cargo boxes. The first cargo box is going to get my supplies for healing and repairs. Those can go in there. That can go in there. Haven't used that in a while. That I meant to drop off. that. And these I have to remember to put back on. I haven't put the landing gears on yet. Biofuel, we're going to use that to fill up. That can go in the thing. That we don't need. That can go in there as well. Hold on to those. Equipment. Drop that old armor off. Pop on the new armor. Okay. We're at it. So real quickly here, we'll just fly underneath and... Oh, I forgot to put some bottom pieces on. A little bit wide open exposed there. This is the ramp top. And the half slab. Top. That way. And then this. Seriously, I got two choices. Don't want that one. I want this one, but that's 4 blocks, right? 1 by 2 by 4. This is 1 by 1 by 4. Ah, crap. Why do you gotta do this to me? It doesn't really need landing gear, but I suppose I could always do this. Oh, I hate landing gear on this game. Of all things, yeah. It's one of those annoyances that I do wish they would replace. Not being able to just attach landing gear to a half slab is very annoying, but the selection of landing gear that they offer is also very, very annoying. Let's do that again. And you, and where'd you go? Like that. Beautiful. Yeah, we'll just flat bottom it. That's not a big deal. And this, I think, maybe I'll just leave it like that for now. All right, let's get out of that. End menu, turn off the symmetry plane. Thank you very much. Headlights, and jump in the cockpit. Change our view. Level off. Alt. Scroll the mouse back just a tiny bit so we can see. Look, it's much more beautiful. All right. Now, I would be using the Xbox controller for flight as like I wanted to, but I'm not going to quite do that just yet. So we'll go back to pounding on the keyboard and hoping that we don't break anything. But there we have it, a flying shoebox. Nothing fancy.